This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Hello everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Trojans will kick it away to start. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tompkins. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will take the field first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Caught in the backfield, it's Tompkins. This crowd full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Badgers will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Wants to return it. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. So USC's offense has the ball for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Well, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they have been proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. He's got it. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC, but this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Got a little space. Wow, through the defense. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, the gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Hauls it in. Gets away from one, finds room. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Takes the grab. It's Tompkins. They'll say he goes out of bounds. Mark it at the 46. Behind the chains now on second and long. Using the quick game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Big play to start the drive. A little tougher sense. Now a crucial third down on this drive. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes a catch at the 15. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Badgers have their offense in high gear. From the shotgun, the inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Third down, red zone play. Well alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Field goal is good. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past, and remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thank you. Oh, he's got some space. Shoved out of bounds after a big game. They'll mark it at the +42.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there.
He's got it inside the 15. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, USC.
This offense is high octane, boy. You just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Pulls and fires complete. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2. And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem.
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do there.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. The Badgers will call on their punt team. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these. Big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heismans.
Finds the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice.
There he goes. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has it on the doorstep. And the Trojans line it up with a 1st and goal. QB draw. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Motion from the wide receiver. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. With the catch, it's Tompkins. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job. Already built a huge lead. Now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
On a screen place, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Touchdown, Trojans! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Badgers send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Makes the grab. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
Fires to the big fella. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense.
Touchdown, Trojan! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Now, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
And the Badgers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's going to bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Handoff from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Looking deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Trojans decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. The give on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but some...
It's picked off, and another empty drive. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Now improvising. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
That's impressive. I'll tell you, the quarterback, of course, he's left-handed, but that time he's rolling to his right. So it's not easy to be accurate throwing when you're running that way, but nice throw to get that completion.
Pocket breaking down. Catch in the middle. It's coming. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that...
Touchdown, USC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He'll try to tack on one more. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all of them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's the handoff. Can't get him to the ground. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down on this one, and they're just playing with it.
Breaks into the open. Gets it out to the 20. That's not enough for the first down. 4th down coming. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Touchdown, Southern Cal! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. And the Badgers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Red pass, it's complete. And they swarm him under. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Badgers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Off play action. Makes the grab. It's Tompkins. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. The Badgers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. Turning it on. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Badgers are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Working the middle. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They just keep firing. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. 2nd and goal coming up. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This offense hasn't been able to find the end zone with a GPS and a slide rule. Can they finally get a touchdown on 3rd and goal? Gets it to the back. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line.
Man, and this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. You get the stop here. I'm down multiple possessions. Do I kick it now because it's a hard fourth down, or am I putting the foot on the pedal and staying aggressive to try to get a touchdown?
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Badger! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Floats it out in space. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. On target. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. Touchdown, Trojans! Once he got some room, it was over. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Now, honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. He'll start this drive firing. Makes the grab over the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Fires on the move. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Hauls it in at the 25. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Busts through behind his pad. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He wants it all. Touchdown, Trojans. Fired in from the red zone toward the score. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Showing play action. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. Runs through the tackle. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physical.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
He's got an open man. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Badgers will punt it away on fourth down. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over. Don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
At the 45 on his way. Flying down the left side. He's at the and they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep. Points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They'll move the tight end. They'll try the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number. And here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But it's basically a micro.
And down he goes back to the 3. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He'll pull it down and run. You know those defenders wanted to light him up. Quarterback wisely gets down with the slide. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. He gets it away from his own end zone. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. let them do their job.